right now. Hey guys, welcome back to Texas Rider. This is episode number 4. How's everyone doing?
Episode 4?
Yeah.
It's like 7.
Did I say 4?
Yep.
Oh my goodness, I meant 7. I don't remember what I said. I took
I was like, wait a minute, episode 7 or something.
Yes, episode 7, guys. How you guys doing today? We have special guests, Chance and Natalie, with Wizards World and Mothership Motorsports, Duane. How is everyone doing today?
Everybody's good.
Right?
On the right side of
Wizards
the
World,
curve.
have you?
You know what you always say, Jim?
You said what now?
Oh, I was
What?
saying, don't you always say, you're on the right side of the dirt, so it must be a good day?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I've got it. I want to get a T-shirt that says, "At my age, prison is not much of a deterrent."
No doubt. Life in prison really isn't that long.
Yeah,
Yeah, even if they give you life, right?
that's it.
So have you,
There you go.
Duane, have you found anything on your auctions for any kind of?
I haven't.
motorcycle?
Yeah, the auctions have been really saturated right now. I don't know if it's because everybody's out of work or whatever, but the prices have just been driven really high. So I've just kind of backed off for now. I've got plenty of my other stuff to do. So
Oh wow, that's cool. What about you, Wizards World? Have you found any kind of motorcycle stuff, or have you done anything with yours?
Well, I haven't done anything with my bike outside of that. I made a new magnetic drink cup for your bike and my bike. We haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but here's what it looks like right here. And it's magnetic on the bottom, and I
Okay.
coated it where it's rubberized, and then inside it's lined like that. So
So is that going to stick on the top of the bike, or? you
yeah,
can
it's going to stick on. You can put it pretty much anywhere on the tank, as long as it stays fairly level. And it should hold any of the big drinks also, like the styrofoam big ones.
Yeah.
It should be able to hold those.
Oh, cool.
nice.
So let's see who's in the chat tonight. We have, so get this, that's my wife. Hey, how's it going? She's next door, of course. Anonymous Biker USA, he's in the house.
Kathleen's there.
He has a really good channel too. Kathleen's here. Wizards World, that's Jim Sands. Biker's Basement, that's Mike. Who else we got?
Anonymous
Yeah.
biker.
Yep, Anonymous Biker. That's good.
Kathleen Brandt.
Yep. So Duane, have you what have you done with your bike?
Oh man, I've done a whole bunch of stuff. So since last week, I pulled off the rear carburetor and tore it apart, and it had a hole in the diaphragm, and the floats were all stuck.
Okay.
So I rebuilt the carburetor, ordered a new diaphragm, which is the most expensive part that I put on my bike. It was $75.
Oh wow.
That's not a lot of money, but that's the most expensive piece. I mean, even more than the tire. So.
Right.
So waited for that to come in, and then yesterday I put it in, and man, the bike runs really, really good now. I do still have a little bit of a problem. I have a vacuum leak or something I've got to find and tweak it a little bit. It's running really lean, so but man, it runs really good now.
Better definitely than last time, right? Since
Oh,
you were
man.
one
Well,
cylinder.
yeah, the last ride I got 17 miles to gallon, so I'm sure I haven't checked my mileage yet, but I'm sure it's better than that. So
Okay. Cool. That's always good.
oh yeah, absolutely. And then
So,
I redid my buttons on my seat, so because one of the strings popped off, so I had to get a stronger tie for it.
Okay. Looks like Carol's here, bargain shopping. Hello.
Carol.
Carol's in the house. So Duane, we have some special guests here, Chance and Natalie, and they are your daughter and your future son-in-law, right?
Yep. So far, he's the future son-in-law. We'll see. You know, he's not there yet, but I mean, he's there, but he's not the son-in-law. So, but yeah, this is my daughter, Natalie. She's how old are you now? 21.
Yes.
She'll be 22 in July. So,
yeah.
And Chance is like 25 or 6 or something.
Yeah, I'm about to be 25 here in July.
25. Okay, so yep. And unfortunately, I think I got them hooked on bikes. So we'll see.
So
how
you're the one, huh?
Yeah, it's probably my fault.
Okay, Chance, Natalie, do you know how you can tell a happy biker?
Uh-oh.
No,
I
By the bugs in their teeth.
Wow. I gotta tell you though, he like no matter where he'd go, even growing up, he would always have a joke. Like every day he would have a joke talking to different people. So, you kind of get used to that after a while. So
well, that's awesome.
I love jokes.
oh, he has plenty of them for sure.
I'm the pusher.
He was either doing magic or he's doing some kind of joke, so
My little brother is the king of jokes in our family. He'll text like puns and miscellaneous jokes in our family group chat all the time.
there you go.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, always when everybody's asleep, so you wake up to it because he's nocturnal.
So what, Duane Morgan? Carol says that can't be your daughter. She's too beautiful.
I know. And then I after her mother, so.
She wasn't adopted? No.
Yeah, I donated very little to her looks, thank God.
Oh, that's
Yep.
good.
That's what my great grandma said too.
Yep. Yeah, my grandma said the same thing. Oh, yeah, the Hales we're not a very pretty lot. I'm glad she took after your wife.
So Chance and Natalie, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
You first.
There's
Don't be
nothing
shy.
interesting
Don't
to
be shy.
tell.
So what got you started into bikes?
Here.
A
That's all you-
story.
Oh man.
Oh,
So, when I was a kid, my mom had a boyfriend who was very heavily into building his own chopper,
okay.
and so he got into it. He was teaching me how to work on them and everything, and my mom got into it too. So she bought herself a bike, but she had to soon after sell it, and we were just working on go on rides on his chopper and everything. And then my dad got really big into motorcycles. He bought like 3 Harley Davidsons in his first year,
Wow.
all brand new. And I'm like, how can you afford this? And it was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is.
And then now my dad, he owns 2 Harley Davidsons, one for him and one for my stepmom. And then they go on rides all the time. So I thought, since I have someone like Duane who's out getting a bike, I should probably try and get one and get back into it. And then it took me like a week of bugging Natalie about buying one to let her, finally cave in to let me get one.
So
only a week?
We would talk about, and it was not a week. It was like a month of constant. It's all he watched on YouTube. It's all he Googled. It's all he read about. Every conversation we had something that circled back to motorcycles.
Yep.
So if I didn't let him buy one, I would have to listen to it for the rest of my life.
So was it the case where if he bought one, then you had to have one too, right?
Yeah, but that's because I felt left out. He was always here hanging out with my dad. Like, I wasn't even here. They just hang out together all the time. They're best buddies now. They hang out, they drink beers, they work on their motorcycles. And I felt left out, so I got one so I could join in.
Yeah, Duane's like, man, I'm going to take you for a ride and all this other stuff,
Yeah.
And, you don't want to feel left out, of course. So, tell us a little bit about you, Natalie. Like, what happened with you and your dad, how you got started and how you were kind of afraid of bikes at first?
Yeah. So I don't even remember how old I was, but he got this piece of crap motorcycle, and it's twin to take parts off to put on the other one. And he told me that I only had to ride it once.
It's the same motorcycle that your boyfriend right there has.
Yeah,
I know.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not saying Chances is pretty. But he said I only had to ride it once because I was terrified. It was loud. I was little. It just wasn't my thing. And so I got on, we went around the block. It was absolutely horrifying. I was scarred for life. And I was so determined to get off of it that I wasn't listening to, hey, don't get off on that side. So I got off on the wrong side and I burnt my leg and vowed that I would never ride a motorcycle again. And now here I am.
Oh, there you go.
Yep, she got a biker tattoo right on her first time.
Yeah, I burned my leg too on that Sportster when I first started, so I know the feeling wasn't too good.
Hurts.
So
Yeah,
real
it does.
quick,
I burnt myself just a couple weeks ago.
yep. Real quick, Tracks for Treasures is here. I think we should do her the finger salute if you guys want to.
Sure.
All right, ready?
All right.
We'll do the whoop. 1, 2, 3.
Whoop.
That's for her. That's for her.
Oh, Chance, Natalie, you don't know how to do that?
Nope.
Don't know what it is. Like, I know. Nope.
That's okay. That's okay. They don't feel comfortable doing it. That's cool. You're not gonna have much help. So do you guys just questioning? Do you guys are you guys gonna take a test? I mean, a driving course or?
He thinks I should.
What's that?
He thinks I
think-
should. So I'll
Okay.
probably listen and do it.
I think both of you should, because you'll learn some valuable things from when you're riding, because other people aren't going to watch out for you. You have to watch out for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Known plenty of people who've
And there's
gotten
different-
hurt.
You know, even if you're experienced, you know, like Duane, if he were to take it, you could actually learn some techniques.
Oh, I agree. I mean, if I was to take the course, I'm sure I would learn a ton.
And the cool thing is too, is not, you know, you take your standard test, your course, but they also have advanced courses too. So, you know, let's say Duane, you don't feel like you want to take the standard one, you'd go to the more advanced one, and you know they
Sure.
show you more stuff. You know, so I think like how to lay the bike down properly if you had to.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to learn.
Yeah, for sure.
My buddy actually, so I brought my buddy over here to ride my bike. It's been like 3 years since he rode his own, and he's not used to having a dual exhaust on it.
Oh wow.
So he
okay.
got on it and he went to go put his foot up and hit the exhaust on his ankle and burned him. And he laid it down without even like realizing what was going on. And I run out there, pick it up. He helps me pick it up, but he breaks the throttle grip off. So yeah, that was a good time.
You should probably, hey, Chance, you should probably close the garage door, because Natalie's
all
just,
glowing.
she's just like a
That's just
spirit.
fucking dope there. That's cool.
There we go. Look at that.
Oh, the light got better.
Yeah, there you go.
Real quick, let's go.
Or not. That must be a window right in front of her.
It
Yeah.
is, yep.
Oh, yeah, a window. I always wanted a window in my garage.
Take it,
Gotta
take-
love the setting sun.
It's not actually in the garage; it's in the garage door.
Oh, gotcha.
So
You want
Cool.
to trade spots?
you'll just have
I'm
to
in a
speak.
darker color.
And you're taller than me. Rearrange here. Hey,
Yeah, now we can see
There
it.
you go.
I'm all tall.
She's much better to look at than you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, and plus she has a white shirt on, so it makes that
Yeah.
It's pink, thank you.
whatever, light colored. So
So when you guys work on your bikes, are you going to be working on them together? I mean, the work probably schedule is not going to be the same. So are you just going to show up at Duane's house and work on it a little bit at a time? Like maybe, are you going to basically work on it by yourselves?
So he works on his by himself, and
Okay.
mine is more of I'm reading about it, figuring out what needs to be done. I get it, and then he kind of supervises or helps me actually put it into work, because like there's little things that I just can't do. I put new hoses on my bike, and there were some of them that they were too stiff for me to bend, and my fingers weren't strong enough, so I had to have him slide them on there. Or I got a carb rebuild kit, and I had never done it before, and super sad that I can never seem to find really good videos about my bike on people like actually working on them.
Yeah.
So my dad kind of stood there and he's like, so first you're gonna take this off and then you're gonna pop that on, and help walk me through it.
All
Well,
right,
that's a
So
good
so
time.
break something.
That's a very good
What you
time
need-
to do the video. You know, you'll be like almost the first girl out there to work on your bike. You know,
That's
you
it.
don't see any videos out there at all. You know, women working on their own
True.
bike.
Especially with girls working on motorcycles.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. So
What were you going to say, Jim?
go ahead and make your own video while you're working on the bike. Every time you do it,
That's another
make a
question.
video.
Are you guys going to set up a YouTube channel, or are you just going to go off of Duane's or post on Duane's? Decided yet?
I
Or
don't
you
think
can
we've
make-
really actually talked about that much.
Not really. Like, I'm not too comfortable on camera, so like if it wasn't showing actually me,
Yeah.
maybe just the bike, that would be better. I'd feel better with that. But Chance hangs out in silence and just does his own thing.
Oh, okay.
So that would be really entertaining to watch.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes it is. Oh, you don't always have to show your face. You know, you can just show your hands working on it and do some cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't be that bad.
True. I'd have to invest in a
But,
camera.
She does, she's not afraid to get dirty. She, from a young age, I taught her, to work on her own car, do her own brakes and stuff. And then she worked at Walmart, tire and lube,
Automotive.
Really?
automotive
Wow.
area for
You
a
have some
while.
kind of mechanical experience, right? That's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And see, that's cool. You know, that to see a woman not get afraid to get dirty. You know, because it goes under nails or whatever. You know.
Oh, she
Yeah.
doesn't like that. She doesn't like it under her nails, but she will
That's
do
why
it.
you have to keep them short.
Right.
Because
That's
when I
what I
got my
wanted-
first car, my dad told me that I had to know how to do everything on it because I had to be able to change my own tire and do my own lights and brakes and all that. Because what if he wasn't around and I had to do it?
Same thing. I'm gonna
Now I
teach
know.
my daughter. For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
she's only at 10 now, but just a little bit ways to go. But
Shout
Yeah.
out to Dragonfly Sands. That's my other half. She's on here. Trasher Treasure is on.
hey, what's going on, Trash Your Treasures? We did the
And,
whoop for you already.
Nunya F and Biz is on.
Yep, that's Randall. That's the guy that posted with the little tent on his head.
Right. Speaking of that, you should plug the Facebook group again.
Yep, exactly. Let's do that right now. Actually, that sounds
Nice.
good.
There you go.
All right, so the Texas Rider page. Looks like this week I was the only one that posted, but that's all good. We'll take
Kathleen,
some
get some pictures up there.
So this is
Yep.
pictures of my bike with the lights I put on about a little over a month ago. Dwayne says
Mickey
right
Mouse.
here. Dwayne says right here it looks like Mickey Mouse, but I kind of see like ET a little bit, you know, with the two eyes and then the halo
Right.
around
And what
it.
Mike said it looked like Elmo. So
Or that too, right?
Oh my gosh, I've seen it.
But I was at my work and the parking lot lights were out that day, and I happened to ride to work, and I was like, man, you know, this is very bright, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a picture. So that's the side view right here. My bike is blue, midnight blue, so I decided to use blue, but it has the multicolor just like Wizards. So
nice.
then I'm trying to get I'm getting an LED light for the front there. Let's go to community. What's that?
Oh, nothing. Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking to see if anybody's posted anything on here. Nope, doesn't look like it. What were you saying, Duane?
Oh, I was going to ask Natalie to explain what your idea for your bike is, your paint and such going to be like. Because this guy right here is the guy that's going to help us learn how to paint.
Oh,
Yes, Wizard
okay.
World. Yes, Wizard World is a really good, fantastic painting.
Do you have a
Paint.
picture? Do you have a picture of the old bike?
No.
Oh no, James. James, do you have a picture of the bike I gave you?
Not accessible, I don't think, in the email. I'd have to look.
So for
Well-
my bike, I originally was like, oh my gosh, it'd be perfect. Mine can be Spider-Man because it's smaller, and Chance's can be Venom because it's already black and it'd be cool. But then my dad was talking about how when I was little, I really loved the Powerpuff Girls. Like, I loved the Powerpuff.
Oh wow!
So Like, I was even Bubbles, if anybody knows who that is, for Halloween. She's a little blonde girl with pigtails and a cute little dress, and it was really adorable. They were super children. I don't know. They were cute. So I want to do my bike like a baby blue, and then have like Powerpuff Girls Bubbles on the side because she flies, so she can fly on the side of the tank and have like the little name on the other side, and then I think that'd be cute. Because it makes something that I loved when I was little and something I'm hopefully gonna love, down as it continues.
That'd be kind of cool, doing a special bike like that, like a theme bike.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not as hard as you think. There you go. Is that?
So that's the Instagram right there. That's what my old bike that he gave me.
That's way awesome.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
That was the first year there, so let's see if I have the other one.
So I put a
There's
shared
my
screen
right there.
There it goes. It was a red and white blue American flag themed, except the stars were Harley Davidson logos.
Yep.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So if you get a chance, go to the webpage and you can look at it. And I did most of the in my kitchen.
Yep. Now, what the thing about that is, he does all this work in the kitchen or wherever he does in this.
Or my shed or whatever.
But the most important thing is, you can do a really good job, but I would get it professionally where they have unless you have a full set to do this, is do a clear coat. Go to an actual person that does clear coat. And once you do that, you'll have it will last for 20 plus years,
Yep.
So I'm sharing James, I'm sharing a thing of what
there you
Bubbles.
go.
That's Bubbles.
Cool.
Yep, that's Bubbles.
There you go.
Cool.
So she thought about making it baby blue, kind of like the color of her dress, and then having that picture on the right on the side of the tank.
Oh, okay. What I'm gonna have to do, Kathleen couldn't find the Facebook page, so I'm gonna send her a link to that in the
There you go.
chat here. Because I was wondering why she didn't post anything.
Yeah. So
There you
that's
go.
what she's talking about doing, and like I said, I'll get with Jim about how to prep and do all that.
Yeah. It's easy.
I
You can
first have to figure out what I'm going to do with my gas tank, because right now, I know my dad probably mentioned a little bit about when I was trying to get the rust out.
Oh, okay.
So the rust,
Yeah.
the back I put in, did really good. It got a lot out. It's just not as perfect as I would like it. So I don't know if I just want to scrap it and get a whole new tank, or if I want to continue trying to save this one, because I can either get like aftermarket ones that just don't look right and I don't really want to mess with it, or I can find a lot of ugly dented ones on eBay that are more dented than the one I have now.
Oh, I mean, how bad is it?
Now,
Like,
I mean, it's a small little dent, or kind of like noticeable.
so on mine there's like a single dent. That's
Oh,
like
okay.
it. It's not bad at all. But the one I was looking at on eBay had dents on each side that were pretty big.
Gotcha.
you haven't put any gas back in it yet, have you?
I have. But that was
You
to
have
see if we could get the bike to start, which it kind of did.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Here's how big is the dent? Show me on your screen, or if you have the.
Like size of a 50-cent piece, maybe.
Okay, does it have any sharp creases?
No.
No.
Okay, if it doesn't have any sharp creases, they make suction cups that are real strong. Take you and heat it up with like a hairdryer type or a heating gun, air gun. Heat it up, put the suction cup on it, and pull it. You'll pop the dent out.
Really? Is it kind of like when people try and use a plunger on their car?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
No idea.
Or
better.
or there's another way you can do it. You can heat it up a little bit like that. If you don't have the suction cup, take some really ice cold water after you heat it up, throw it on there, and that'll make it pop out.
That's cool. 'Cause I know my dad was talking about doing the pressure cuff or something, putting it in there and blowing it up and seeing if you could get, but I think his
you
dent.
you put a
This way you don't.
blood pressure cuff.
This way you don't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, you put a
But
blood
this way
pressure
you don't
cuff in the tank and then pump it up and pushes it out.
Yeah,
All right.
but this way you don't have to go in the tank at all, and
That's true.
you can do it with the tank. You can do it with the tank on the bike. So get one of those suction cups, and I don't know if you have a Harbor Freight or
Yeah,
we
Northern
do.
Tool or one of those over there. They sell the suction cups to do that, and just get you one of those and draw you a circle on it so you can get it, then heat it up, put the suction cup on there, and pull real hard, and I bet it'll pop out.
I'm gonna have to give it a try.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can bring it.
Yeah, I forgot to show you he's into the Denton, scene too. So yeah, you should do a video on that later. But you should be posting that. Get some mold because I know you have some extra tank somewhere from when when I first got mine was just this red Sportster, and then over the years we kind of changed everything, but we popped tanks out here and there, left and right, and changing, painting them, doing all kinds of stuff, and sticking them back on because they're not really that hard to remove.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. How many gallons is your tank?
3.
3. All right. So you might like a bigger tank on there, and that makes the bike a little bit more stable also. Find you another tank and build you a bracket for the tank that you want to put on there, and I bet you it'll work.
Okay. Then sounds
That
good.
might, if she does, do you look on eBay? You were saying?
Yeah, I do a lot of eBay and then like JP Cycles. There's another one that we were looking
Bike
at.
Bandit.
Bike
Oh
Bandit.
yeah, okay.
Okay. There's a couple other places that you can look. One of them's called Offer Up. Have you heard about that? Look up Offer Up, see if they have that in your area. And the other one is called Let Go. And look and see if they have that in your area.
Okay, I've
And-
heard of Let Go. I've never heard of Offer Up, so
They're about
Kinda like-
going off or up are about the same, just different.
Yeah,
okay.
Same
Yeah.
idea.
And they also have Craigslist. And you can find
Trusty
a
old
lot of stuff
Craigslist.
on that.
They still
We
got
could also do
Craigslist.
KSL too.
Oh, your door just opened. That's scary.
I know, isn't that weird?
Yeah, it just blows open whenever it wants.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Yeah,
that-
I thought it was the
that-
dog.
That's the other spirit.
Yeah, there you go.
They want to be on video too, right?
Mhm.
Creepy.
So what about you, Champs? What is your end goal for your bike? What's it gonna look like?
I want to fully repaint it, but do like a either gunmetal or just do a matte black.
See, and that's what Jim's is. Jim's is kind of a matte black.
That's
If you
what's
want, it's actually, the proper term is called denim black.
Okay.
It's not a matte black. It's called denim black. And my front end that I have on mine came shiny, while the rest of my bike was the denim black.
Mhm.
And I painted the front end myself out in the front yard with spray cans. And
Oh, okay.
you can't tell the difference.
I gotta practice a
Yeah, for
lot.
Well, it's maybe go to a bike junkyard kind of thing and grab a tank, really cheap maybe, and kind of pull those out, put dents in there and pull them out if it's already messed up. So
Yeah. I'm just trying to
Or-
decide how much effort I want to put into mine before I give up
yeah,
and just
sure.
get a new one.
So you want to keep it original,
Yeah, because I like it.
I don't know. Do they have any kind of plaster that you can put over the dent to even it out, and then
Sand
repaint
it
on
smooth.
that? Like it sand it smooth?
They can put Bondo over it, but
Do like
what
what is it? The
Or kind of like what they do
Well-
cars, if they can't get the
That's not really like a Bondo. That's more of like a seal.
oh,
it's like a putty
Yeah.
that when you're working with it, it's like a soft putty. And then you put it in there and you get it to adhere to the bike. And then once it adheres to the bike and you shape it to the bike, then once it adheres to the bike, you can go back in there and sand it smooth. And you really can't tell that you've covered up something because it's smooth like the bike. Then you can paint it that way too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's an idea. I mean,
my
you know,
biggest concern is the rust inside the tank. Like
Yeah,
the dent,
sure.
not a big deal. Like you have tons of advice, which I plan on trying. It's the getting the rust out. That's
Okay.
gonna be the hardest. I've been told that by a friend to try CLR. I watched this other guy. He did toilet bowl cleaner and then did like 1-to-1. And then after letting it sit for 24 hours, dumped it out and then neutralized it with baking soda and water and then did some acetone and Marvel's Miracle Oil and swished it around in there to make it so it didn't like flash rust. And then filled that up with gas. But I'm kind of scared to try that on my own.
Make sure you wear a mask.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you have to lose?
My tank.
No, but you can get another one. And if you don't do it, and if you don't do it, what's the options? Your tank's gonna have
get
rust
another one
in it.
anyway.
Exactly.
Okay, it
Gotta
looks like
save up
and
so you
try.
do it.
yep, for sure.
And my guess, what year's your bike? What is it?
86. It's a Kawasaki 454 LTD.
Okay.
They were only made for like 5 years, so they're finding parts.
Nobody has any.
Pain in the ass.
They're a pain to find parts for. Like my rebuild kit, $43.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's original and you want to keep the tank, like again, the inside of the nose is gonna be the problem, but it might be worth more money whenever you want to upgrade, or even if you ever want to upgrade, you can always keep it as an antique,
Yeah. There was this one blog of a guy who was turning his into a bobber that he had since he bought it in 1986 and decided that he was going to turn it into a bobber and he was going to try and, keep it cheap because why not?
You said it was a 454?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the limited or the EN 454?
Limited. Well, it goes by the EN 454, a lot of it when you look up.
Yeah, the
pops up as that anyway.
LTD is the same name as an EN 450.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But the guy that I was watching, he got a smaller tank. It was like called a peanut, which was hilarious. And it was so tiny. It was only like a tiny little 2-gallon. But it looked really good on his bike. But I wouldn't get very far with,
That's the first thing I had to do when I had the Sportster. It was the peanut tank, and it was I couldn't go very far, so that's the first thing I changed out with the tank. So
yeah, but he did have like a lot of good ideas because he fabricated his own seat, his own bobber seat, because that's another thing I'm struggling with is finding a seat that I actually like, because ones that do fit my bike I think are ugly, and part of me just wants to make my own.
Yeah, do some Powerpuff, designs on it, whatever.
Yeah, right. Do the little embroidery on there, make it nice and cute. What he did, he ended up buying a old leather jacket from like a Salvation Army kind of thing, and he cut it out and embroidered, used that as his seating, which I thought was really, really cool.
Nice. That's cool.
And I also am going to have to figure out what to do with my wiring, because turning it from a regular LTD to a bobber, there's less room for all my cables and wires, so I'm going to have to figure out how to shove them all in there or make it work better so they're not all just hanging loose.
So you're going to have to change your lights up and all that?
My bike doesn't even have brake lights or tail lights, nothing back there. So I'm going to have to do that. And then the front ones are in okay shape. They're a little cracked. So of course I want to replace them eventually, but they do work. We figured that out.
Be doing hand signals, when you do get this thing running, trying
Yeah, no, I'm probably just going to ride it up and down the streets while I learn how to shift.
Yeah, that's the key thing is, when you're first starting, you figure it's backwards however you want to do it, but that's what I recommend is trying, practicing as much as you can in the parking lot before you even go on the street road.
Learning how to ride a regular bike.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you have to fall, make sure you land in the grass. No.
Or at least somebody's watching me so they can help.
Yeah, there you go. Or, put bubble wrap around your body and, just spring back. So.
Yeah. I think that's my dad's biggest fear is that I'm going to injure myself.
Yeah, I know, right?
He was more anxious about me getting a bike than I was.
Oh, wow.
I'm his only daughter.
Oh, yeah, that makes a difference.
I was his firstborn child.
Yeah, because my daughter was like, oh, I want to go ride. She's 10 right now. So, and then later down the road, she's like, I really want to get a bike when I'm 18. I was like, no, you need to learn how to drive first before you even get on that bike. You can go straight to a bike and that's it, But
so
what were you asking, Wizard World? You were gonna ask something?
I was going to tell her that there's a company called Partzilla. That,
Partzilla.
Partzilla has got tanks for your bike.
Really?
You talking about Redzilla or Partzilla?
Yeah.
I thought you looked it up there.
Because I did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, because I.
We were reading it, Mom.
Oh, there you go. She want to come in too?
It's called Partzilla.com.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you already looked at that, Heather or Natalie. Damn, I always call you Heather.
She did,
Ow.
and I have.
Yeah, I have not.
Because I thought you looked and everything was, not found or out of stock or whatever.
That was for my reservoir for my coolant.
Oh yeah.
That was like everywhere I look, every website I click on, it's out of stock. It's on back order. I can't find it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fabricate that one, I think.
Because when we got the bike, it was completely destroyed.
Oh, shoot, you got a good deal on it, right?
I think we paid too much for it personally. I feel like we could have gotten it for cheaper. The guy was super cool and super nice. He did go down a bit on the price. I'm not much for haggling. Thankfully, my dad was there because I was like, here, take my money.
Yeah, right.
Even with Duane haggling, she was
so
just
excited.
sitting in the background, like shaking her head like a little schoolgirl.
Was this an oil cooler reservoir?
No, it's a water cooled bike.
Okay, water cooled reservoir.
Yeah.
Like a small radiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The overflow tank. It's
the
It's
overflow
the teeny little like plastic bottle on the side there.
It goes right under the gas tank. It's an overflow tank.
Yep.
Oh, cool. I guess he's looking it up for you. Real quick on that note, Kathleen Brandt actually posted something on the
Oh, nice.
a picture. It's in my messenger. I haven't set it up yet to where I guess she didn't. She said there was something wrong with the I guess the Facebook page at that time, but let me see if I can find it here. If I can find it.
And Randall also said that Bondo will work great for everything except the fuel tank because the fuel tank expands and contracts.
Dang.
That may be true.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to pop those dents.
I'll do more research.
They're not big cave-ins or anything. So.
Yeah.
There you go. There's Kathleen Brandt.
Holy cow, Kathleen!
It looks totally different. That's one lady I wouldn't want to mess with at that time.
Right? Dang.
She said she was 38? Oh wow, yeah.
So that was like what, a couple months ago?
Yeah, at least a couple months ago.
It's a shovel head with ape hangers.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Now, Kathleen, is that the same one that's in their garage now? I know you guys have two of them. I don't know. Let's see if she says on there. Oh, she says yes. She was 38 back in the day. Can't be that long.
Nice.
So, all right, cool.
She should go riding with you guys.
Break
out, dust off all the stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Her bike's not working. Oh, she says she's 60 now.
Not too old to ride.
Yeah, definitely not. She said
Let's start an auction right now, Kathleen. I'll give you $1.
Right?
I'll even come pick it up.
Yeah, there you go. She said it's a shovel head with ape hangers. Cool.
Yep. Nice. So what year was the shovel head?
Oh, she said no way. I think
right.
keep them in there. I tried to offer him some money.
Yeah, I tried,
That'd be a good project too, though. They're not
Heck
running
yeah,
right now.
I'd love a shovel head. That'd be awesome.
Shovel heads are awesome.
Yep.
A lot of fun. So, what were you going to show, Jim? About, didn't you have something on tap that you wanted to talk about today?
Hang on.
See, now you got him all doing all research and looking up.
And me too.
That's 1984, she said.
Oh, okay, yeah. I thought it was the 80s. But
Well, while he's looking at that, I might as well switch to my little 5-minute video I have up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I forgot you had that shit.
I know time flies when we're having fun, you know. If I can bring that up now.
Yeah, so do the beers.
Screen. I know, right?
66.
Most of mine.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I thought it was in the 70s.
All right, James. I posted a picture of my bike on Facebook. On your Facebook page.
Okay. Hold on a second. What? Under the community?
So it wasn't too far off.
Yeah, whatever. I just.
All right, it's loading now. All right, but let's get to the video. If I can go ahead and bring it up here. Okay, there it is. Let's share it. And I do have a map that I will show you guys too, where it's going and how long we took to get there. It was about what, 5 hours round trip?
Yeah, about that.
Somewhere around there.
We need to do that.
But it could have gone for days. I mean, it was so beautiful out there. This was off.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's not flattening in. It's all, and this is going toward Montgomery. I don't know if you know where Conroe, Texas is. That's a really good place to ride. It's hills going through the trees. It was like a perfect day. The sun was out, blue skies, and so this is off of 147, going that way. See if I can speed this up here a little bit, because I was.
By the way, Kathleen and Chance, that's me in front of him.
Yeah, you always had to be in the front, so I'm trying to film. Now he's trying to set his 360 camera up
Oh, okay.
too, so I'm gonna speed this up here. I could hopefully go a little faster. There you go. That looks like we're going about 100.
Ride with Duane.
Just takes some time to go through. This is getting there at that point.
This is our national forest. It's about 50 miles north of Houston.
Nice.
I've only been to Texas once, and I think we were near Dallas.
Yep, Dallas, Fort Worth.
It was terrifying.
Really? Why?
So there was like a shooting next to his sister's apartment. So then we ended up stuck with her daughter because so much was going on, and like it was scary.
Oh wow.
Well,
It was Dallas, I guess.
Chance, Natalie, Texans carry guns.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I did go to the biggest mall I've ever seen. That was cool.
Yeah.
But this is all through. This is a 5-minute clip, but we just passed a sign that looked like that said the National Forest on there. But there's so many windy turns going through there. There's a bar outside of that. It was kind of closed at that time. It's called Drifters, and I don't know if you ever heard of the Three Sisters in Texas, where there's a lot of motorcycles that go down there because it's almost like a 90-degree turn, basically, as you're turning, and it's just there's. In fact, I think they said that there's a sign out there saying that, you know, how many accidents they've had, you know, especially with crossing over to the next lane to make that little turn, going like 80 miles an hour and just hitting people dead on and all that. But they said.
Now, how many people were riding with you here?
There's 4 of us.
No, at this time it's 3.
No, there were just 3 of us.
Yeah. It was me, Dale, and my dad, Wizard.
Oh, okay.
So
By the way, JW, did you know that you have Zoom on your GoPro 8?
yeah, I already knew that.
Oh, okay. I don't know why. That's why I was going to tell you this would have been a whole lot better if you had the Zoom on it.
Well, this is narrow view is what I had. I mean, I should have had the wider angle or the wider view of it. But Wizard just bought a GoPro 8 also, so he's gonna have some real good quality videos, you know, on his channel. So we were thinking about maybe. Oh, that's already in there. So we were thinking about because he's normally in the front, you know, trying to set everything up here. But
So he's gonna film backwards. I'm gonna film frontwards.
yeah, so I'm gonna film everything almost like a 360 kind of thing, you know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But
Yeah, that'll be cool.
and
No, that's nice, man. That's a nice ride. It looks like.
so this is where we
Yeah.
rode right here. This is the whole map.
Now, how long did you say it was? 5 hours?
About a 5 hour. Well, I mean, counting the stops that we did and everything, it was about 5 hours.
Nice.
And
Nice.
and you can see,
Can you zoom in it? Oh, there we go. Our starting point, Houston.
yeah.
Yep. The big letter E.
So, and I laid out the ride on this company called Rever, and that made it real easy because I can download it to my GPS on my bike,
Very nice.
Yeah, what the
and you can download it. You can download it. You can download it to any Garmin or your phone if you want, and put it in your maps, and you can use it as a ride.
Now, is this a paid app?
Well, it is for me because I did, but the app itself is free.
Oh, that's cool.
To make rides, is it free or just?
Yeah,
to-
you can make your own rides for free, but if you wanted to send them to somebody or whatever, it's a paid app, or you want to download it to, whatever. I think you have to pay.
Okay.
But they had a special. It's $24 for the year.
Oh, nice.
Now you
So
have
that
to
wasn't
have,
bad.
yeah, you have to have the Harley GTS radio for that. But like again, like Duane, if he can send you, well, not really. I mean, that works with the GTS, but like if you had a phone, the Android, he could send it to you through email, and you can pull it up through Google Maps.
Right. Yeah,
and
that's
do
what I
it
was
that
wondering.
way. So
Because I wouldn't mind doing that, if nothing else, just tracking my ride and then, doing something like that.
yeah, for sure. All right, let's see here. He actually posted his bike. That's what his front bike looks like from close up.
See,
I
that's
still
what
think that's like the
remember I
coolest
told you
looking
how
one.
You're really-
when you turn.
The cool thing is it's more efficient, I think, than a trike with the two wheels, because on a trike you have to turn kind of like this way. You can't lean.
Right.
But this one you can lean into it. In fact, he leans better than I do on his, not having to worry about scraping his pegs or anything.
Right.
So on this app, this Rever app, you can download it for a Garmin or a TomTom, or for your phone, or condense files for the old Garmin Rhino. They can do it. What's called track static line or turn-by-turn navigation. You can also do it for the new 2019 Honda, the older Hondas, Harley Davidson, and BMWs.
Wow.
Oh
Very
wow,
nice.
that's cool.
As soon as we get our bikes running and Chance gets a damn license, you're registered at least.
Registered and insured.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
insurance on an older bike is so cheap right now. I
It's
mean,
for an entire year for my bike, it's $119.
there you go. I mean, that crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but my brand new one, I just bought. I went from paying because I was riding that 2000 dyno. I was only paying like $20 a month, I think, and now
Oh wow.
$88 a month. So you have to keep that in mind too.
It's worth it though. I mean, if you're to hurt your bike,
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
it's a lot different. A $20,000 bike versus a $5,000 bike.
Yeah, for sure. More electronics too. It's like just like they do with cars. It's like they have to make it so. I mean, you can still walk on this bike. It's same primary and all that other stuff, but they're getting to a point where it's going all electric, and it's gonna be harder to work on over the years. So
Sure. That's what I love about bikes, is that everything's so close and it's easy to work on. I mean, just all right there.
yeah, for sure. Is he still looking up some parts for you?
No. He's always doing something.
I know, right? Now you're
See,
paying-
my daughter does a lot of research too, so she, she's always looking at something. I found her a manual finally.
Oh, cool. So
Yeah,
Chance and Natalie, are you guys gonna join a Facebook page as far as for riding groups? Are you going to ride in a group once you get used to riding on your own?
So what I'm trying to do is actually get some of my friends in, and
cool.
so that they can get bikes, and then like all of us can just go on cruises together.
But till then, I think we're just gonna hang out with my dad. As long as he's fine with it.
Go to the earth, and then they'll find some good friends, and then that's how it'll be. I see how it goes. Yeah, I
And
see how it goes.
then Duane's going to be left out, right?
You don't have to leave just because we make friends.
Yeah, you're going to have 10 guys riding, and Duane's going to be left behind. Hey,
Right.
I shared the screen for Parkzilla if you want to show them, James.
Okay, we'll get to that here. There, oh wow, there you go. Look at that.
Parkzilla, that's where I got all my my bolts from.
Oh wow.
I got from my Suzuki. How much is that?
It says you have to sign in to find out how much the tank is.
Oh, okay.
Then
I'll have to
will
look it up.
make
I'm parts of. I already have an account at Partzilla, so
Oh, cool.
Perfect.
we'll go look at it. Oh, see, it even has that ugly design on the front of the.
Yep.
The stupid little wing thing.
Was
Yeah,
like an emblem, I guess.
it's a paint or something,
Yeah.
or a sticker or something. I don't know what it was.
Oh wow. I mean, are you
Kind of looks like a sticker.
so you're gonna file that down or sand it down, like when you start doing your paint and all that? Once you get your inside tank completed, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like the guy who previously owned it had started sanding because it's pretty roughed up on the top, and then I think he
Oh,
just
is it?
gave up.
Oh, yeah, that's the best kind, you know. Make it your own,
Yeah,
because everyone has different tastes, you know.
Yeah.
absolutely.
But with what
are you
Nunya said, by
ahead.
going to a rally that will change your life, I've actually been to Sturgis before, and that's where I met Indian Larry.
Okay.
And that was the coolest thing in the world, like seeing all these thousands of bikers there, and getting to meet them and meet a famous biker that everybody's heard of. And one day when my mom finds the picture, I'll have to share it to your Facebook page.
Okay. Now that's the thing too is when Orange County choppers were so big, I think we saw them in Arizona Bike Week, and it's like they would go to these big rallies and they saw all these newly bikes that were in the bike building and all that stuff, and they're just wow, everyone's like, oh, I got to copy this now and do all this, and it's just one big party, really. It's you meet new people there at rallies, and especially if they're policed, secure and all that, and
Mm-hmm.
there's not too many people that will start fights and things. It's just everybody's relaxed and having fun.
Yeah.
But one thing that gets me, and I tell new people too, is when you do go on the bike rallies and all that, thing you have to worry about too is like when you do go on a ride together, it's just everybody rides different. So when they're all, let's say you have 100 to 200 bikes going all at once, they're always going to slow down and they're not going to be at the right speed. So some people, like a couple of friends that I ride with, is like, well, if you're going on a poker run or something like that, then it's just kind of hard to follow them because everybody's slowing down at different speeds, or the cops are escorting and blocking traffic at the same time. But that's just the fun of it, though. It's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something to kind of look forward to.
Very cool. So what are you doing on your bike next? You're on your Sportster, James.
Oh,
What's
so
your next job?
kind of like what Natalie is. I'm trying to figure out. I need to watch videos too. Is I'm just worried about. I'm not sure. It doesn't look like there's any rust in the tank, but it's been sitting probably. I think I started it probably about 6 years ago. But it's been garage kept, and I just emptied all the tank or all the gas probably 2 weeks ago. Now it's kind of dry, and I'm just kind of see what's going to come out next. I might just put some little gas in there, flush it out, and then I already took the pit cock off, and so it can just drain whatever's in there. So
Nice.
that's my next step. In fact, today I was messing with the pit cock. I have another one that I found in the garage. So.
Nice.
So
Natalie, she's waiting for money for a battery.
I'm trying to decide if I want a battery first or a throttle cable, because I bet a throttle cable will be so much cheaper. And that is also kind of needed in order to turn my bike on and make it run.
If you want to just kind of hit it back and forth like this, you know.
Yeah.
You can reach it.
Doesn't have one at all right now. It broke.
I found out. I don't know how much you want to spend on a battery, but Walmart, I know carries like this. I'm gonna have to get a battery for the Sportster, but Walmart has them for like $45. You know, so
yeah. That's the one that's in mine, so I could literally like take it back. I still have friends who work there that could hook me up with a discount.
There you go. Shoot.
Yeah.
You know, the cheaper the better. You know, you can always get a nicer one later.
I mean, I'm starting AutoZone just for that discount.
Yeah, for sure. Do they carry batteries too, or no?
Yeah, except for they're so busy, and everybody's buying a bike, like my dad kind of said about at the auctions, that everybody's looking into it because everybody's so bored that they're constantly sold out of the size I need.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, Kathleen says she used to ride with the Hombres and the Banditos. Yeah, somebody, you know, riding big groups. I mean, like you said, it's way different when you're riding with 3 or 4 people, but when you have 10 people behind you and we're going to the same location, it's just
cool. I've never ridden like that.
And then, you know, well, try riding with 200 people, you know, and then everybody stops on the side of the road, takes pictures, and it's a pretty cool feeling, you know. It's like
that sounds awesome.
Like you're in a parade, you know, kind of thing, you know. And then it always makes you feel good. Like we would go when we went to the Galveston rally, we'd come back and there'd be cars just pulling right beside us, and the kid would roll his window down and start waving at us, you know. And we would wave back in there and then go, you know. It was kind of cool. So it's a cool little feeling. And then all the kids are like, "Oh wow, this is cool," you know. They always want bikes too, or they like the sound of them.
Yeah.
And the parents are like, "Hey."
Right?
Yep. But that's cool to experience, you know, something like that when you're, you know, I know you're first new at this, but that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple of driving or riding groups on Facebook here. So we'll, you know, at some point maybe we'll hook up with some people that, you know, around here that and group ride or whatever. So
That's cool. So do you guys have any more questions for Chance and Natalie? How about everybody in the chat? Anybody want to ask them questions before we get off the air here? How about you, Wizard World?
I don't have any questions at this time. Cross-examination will begin next week.
So be ready. Have
closing arguments.
Cool. I guess that's it, guys. Thank you for another episode number 7. It was great, and thanks for having you guys on, Chance and Natalie.
Thank you for having us.
So, I mean, you can come on anytime you guys want, or want to talk, chat, whatever. You know, that's what it's here for. Relax and have some fun. You know, and show your, you know, maybe a year down the road after you've kind of got everything together and started riding, you know, you can experience what you think about it at that point, you know.
So my progress.
Yeah, the progress, you know. So real quick, how long do you think it's going to take you to get your bikes together, both of you?
His is like ready. He just needs to go get it registered, and then he's free to do whatever.
I'm hoping at max a month for my bike.
So you think Chance is going to wait for you before? No, he's like, oh, I'm going to go with Duane. See you.
Just to make him wait, he would whine forever.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that now, you know. Duane and Chance is taking off, and now he's like, oh, I'm still stuck in the garage.
My dad is the worst influence on him when it comes to the motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Sounds like there's
such a bad influence.
Sounds like there's a bit of jealousy going on there.
Yeah, sure.
I think
right,
my bike hopefully won't take till, you know, end of summer. We'll see.
Well,
all depends on money and time.
Yeah, it's really money for her. I mean, the working on it's not that big a deal, but the money flow.
Yep.
That's going to be her bottleneck.
Yeah. That's cool. Well, thank you guys for being on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right, no problem. And thank you guys that are in the chat watching the videos. We'll see you next time. And have a good night and take care.
See ya.
Night.
See you later.